Merry blessings, soul travelers, and welcome to Venusian Empress Oracle. You're joining Priestess Melissa. So good to join you for our weekly reading. Let us see what is going on in the forecast. Of course, using the Auset Egyptian Oracle cards, we'll get our main message out. It'll give us a forecast, if you will, because it does touch on every area from money to love to relationships. Looks like a Six of Cups energy coming out for us here today. Ooh, fulfillment of wishes. Nine of Cups and Six of Cups. So maybe somebody could be joining with their one to be. I don't know though. Maybe there is some conflict going on. Not really sure, perhaps. This is the Psychic Tarot. We'll tap in a little bit with that to see what's going on, as well as our Good Karma Tarot. So with that, I'm seeing Three of Coins and Ace of Swords. So you may be learning some truth today about someone that you're partnered with or you're considering partnering with. Wheel of Fortune. Wow, lots of conflicting energy here. It's like that's why maybe we were getting the Two of Swords energy with that, you know, being in two minds, feeling conflicted about perhaps a choice that may be before us or something of that nature. We'll get some advice cards from the Divine Doors message cards, as well as the Lover's Oracle cards. So do stick around to the end for that. And these are general readings. They may or may not resonate with everyone. If they do, or if you'd like to know more, reach out to me for a personal reading at VenusianWays.org. Let's see what's going on, guys. And thank you to the angels, ancestors, wayshowers, and guides. We honor you for the messages for the collective for this week. Show us what we need to know. So again, maybe some big decisions to make, perhaps choices about love or something of that nature. Let's see what is going on for us, shall we? How's everybody doing out there? We're in the middle, in the thick of being through the 12/12 portal, and we're getting ready to come up on the winter solstice. Does anybody have any plans for any of that, like a cacao ceremony or a meditation ceremony? I could certainly hold something if anybody out there is interested. It will be the new moon as well coming up at that time. Great time to release anything that we need to, people, you know, toxicity, addictions, anything of that nature, and also to start to bring in that energy of what it is that we want to create. That's what new moon energies are all about. So if you'd like to have a meditation for that, I can certainly put something like that together. I'll certainly do a new moon reading and see what's going on for us. All right, I'm gonna likely get away from doing the weekly zodiac sign readings. My banner does state that I do daily readings, so I think I'm just going to get back to that because I do feel like I get more of a response from that. So yes, let us get into this though and see what is going on for us. What do we need to know for the collective coming up for this week? Okay. NEFERTUM, Renewal and Rebirth. I really do feel a need to stay calm as much as possible. I see a lot of perhaps just taking these cleansing salt baths, you know, especially if you're working on clearing your energy and getting ready, especially for the winter solstice coming up and all of that, you know, taking advantage of that opportunity to really clear out and be in the right space to, you know, create and bring in what it is that you want. That's what I see this blue energy being. So water and baths, you know, or if you're by water, you know, spending some time near the ocean. Blue Lotus is also a part of this, which is a beautiful smelling oil. I have that as well, and I always use it during especially powerful, you know, in around my moon baths too. It's kind of expensive, but beautiful smelling and very powerful and potent for really helping you to make peace with, you know, things within yourself. So Quebsanough and Fire Spirit, this is going to help you clear your energy, as we were talking about. Quebsanough is all about fire and energy, or life force energy, soul force energy, you know, and we have to be able to come to this calm place within ourselves to really 4, 5, 6 be able to move forward, you know, in those powerful ways and create the way that we want to, particularly on this earthly realm, as Geb speaks of here. So we are tapping into a master number. Again, not surprising because we are coming, and it's funny because it's the year 2022, right? Lots of twos coming up, especially as well, you know, this year, this month, that kind of thing, meaning that twos are all about decisions, choices. This is a major choice, a major, you could even say like letting go. It's kind of like when you make that, I don't want to say a deal, but you kind of say, okay, you know, I'll give this up if you'll help me to be able to attain this kind of thing. Or, you know, or spirit may tell you that this is something that you have to give up before we can allow you to be able to advance to the next step that you're wanting to go to, if you will. So 22, that is the master number, NEFERTUM, renewal and rebirth. So again, it's a total change of who you are. It's almost like too, you know, like when you fast and you give up something, you know, that you really like or that's important to you. They do that in a lot of cultures. So this is a kind of like denying yourself, you know, something so that you can get something more, if you will. All right, NEFERTUM energy. Let's read this. So NEFERTUM is the spirit of the sacred blue lotus flower, the son of Sekhmet and Ta. He was a powerful and quite magical healing god. This Neteru emanates the creative pulse and divine fragrance of inspiration that impels life to ascend to higher realms. That's that Quebs-enough energy, right? To have that energy, that fire in our belly, that spirit, you know, to be able to create and manifest what it is that we're truly wanting to ascend higher. We have to tap into that flow, though, and that is that calmness, that peacefulness, that inner assuredness. And, you know, you have to resonate that energy. It's not something that you can fake because it is able to be sensed by spirit. This Neteru emanates the creative pulse, and NEFERTUM can assist you to balance yourself energetically to equalize your earth, fire, water, and air elements as you visualize his presence. With a light and always positive energy, NEFERTUM is an easy god to work with. So call on NEFERTUM to work with to help you to tap into this easy going vibe, you know, where you know that everything's going to work out for you. Channeled message from NEFERTUM. I was born from a blue lotus and I am a spirit now. You too are undergoing a rebirthing time. So recharge yourself with fragrant baths and meditations with pure essential oils. So choose whatever you want, lavender, all of those things are really good for calming, but you can use other ones that you want to motivate and invigorate you more, like peppermint and things of that nature, right? That will wake up your mind as you learn to live life as a lotus flower, as we all must. Always seeking to grow upwards to the light. Open your petals wide and know that joy is already within you and awaiting rebirth. Are you ready to be that lotus and rise out of those murky, dark waters that actually have nourished you and helped you to be able to rise up out of the water, to open your petals, to be able to receive that sunlight, that information, the wisdom that you need for yourself? See yourself doing this metaphorically, especially at this time and around the portal, 9/11. So meaning at the winter solstice and every day and at any time up until that point is what I'm hearing. So for this card for this week, for the forecast, the abundance says this is a time of new beginnings. So have patience and know abundance will follow your hard work. So this is a time of just like that lotus growing out of the water and you growing through your situations and becoming wiser, right? It is taking time, but you are doing it. For love, time to focus on developing a new relationship rather than committing to one, all right? So everything new at this time with this renewal and rebirthing period. For working career, a good time to start your own business or a new job, especially if involving essential oils and flowers, which some of you may really be tapping into at this time. And it does have so much wisdom to offer for those who do tap into it. You know, it works with our senses and our bodies in so many wonderful ways, just like all the other elements and tools like crystals and whatnot, right? So we can really use them to help us to rise, you know, to lift our spirits and to become more passionate again about life. For travel, travel to Egypt, France, or Thailand, or any place where you find blue lotuses, and lavender fields are also recommended. And lavender is also very, very potent and relaxing. You can massage it into your body, great for your baths. Yeah, absolutely. For health, use essential oils, especially blue lotus oil, on your body to bring harmony to your spirit, and have an aromatherapy massage. I think what I'm going to do is I'll get my cards and my different things that I mentioned, like this blue lotus oil, and I will have my link to Amazon where you can go and see which products that I use, because I really am kind of specific and I do a lot of research before I buy things. So that way you can see why I'm choosing what I'm choosing, I guess you could say. For family, new babies in your family. Wow, makes sense for birth, right? So you could be pregnant, you could know someone pregnant around you, your daughter could be pregnant. Renewal of family relationships that bring joy. So you could be also mending relationships with your children and things of that nature, or with your parents, if you will. For the future, looking good. Lots of miracles are already starting to manifest in your life. This is beautiful. So, you know, we may have been coming out of a really tough period, but NEFERTUM is saying if you can just stay the course and keep going in the right direction, you know, keep rising like that phoenix, right? I see that also with that question of spirit. And, you know, that's going to allow you at the same time, you know, stay grounded, but keep, you know, motivating yourself and encouraging your energy in positive ways to support you, like with these essential oils and whatnot. It's going to help you to face your shadow, you know, and see your part in your relationships with yourself, with others, you know, helping you to be able to make that choice of what you need to hold on to, what you need to let go of. Again, could be someone pregnant for sure here with this fertility card. But you know, it's positive, just like good foods and, you know, things like that help the mom to grow a healthy baby. And we need to do that, holding our positive thoughts and things of that nature, so that we can help spirit to help us. You know, spirit is helping us to hold the ceiling up and to give us the strength that we need. You know, all we need to do is stay the course and tap into that. At the center of it all, you may not be feeling that people see you for who you truly are, or even spirit for that matter. You may be feeling like you've been in this period where, you know, things haven't been working out or manifesting for you, and you're maybe questioning and wondering why that is. Movement, choices, and decisions in the reverse on the earthly plane, you know, what's going on right now. A lot of decisions, maybe ones that are hard for you to make, you're not sure how to make them, and coming to this calm place is really going to help you to, you know, because when we're in a state of, you know, anger and things of that nature, we already know, we've already been told, you know, many times that you can't make good decisions in that space, and that is absolutely true. And maybe that's what's been happening, is the choices that we've been making haven't been the ones that have really been panning out and helping us to, you know, feel that we have this foundation in place. Past influences, you know, heartache and loss. So dealing with and maybe still carrying a lot of that, you know, from the past into now. Maybe that's why we're not really feeling so motivated and like we're really being seen and recognized for who we are. The waiting game is over. In your mind, it's like you're over it already. You're done, having to wait for something to grow, whatever that may be in your life. But it only takes, it only takes as long as you allow it to, more or less. Once we line up and get everything in order, then we can bring all of that material harvest in. But sitting in this kind of energy where we're not sure, the right choices to make to begin with, Spirit's trying to help us, trying to help give us the wisdom that we need to know the right people to work with, to help us to move forward, to have that positive movement forward, yes. To help us to know the right direction. So maybe somebody's going to be, or maybe Spirit's saying, basically by coming back to your calmness within, because that's where our answers are, right? They're always within us. But how can we tap into them if we feel like, that basically we can't? We're constantly like just in this confused energy, like we don't really know what to trust or believe in, right? Seven of Swords energy. Maybe the people that you have trusted in the past, have fallen short. And they haven't been the right people to, try to build with, basically. Recognition and reward in reverse. Yep, Two of Cups energy. So you don't feel like that you've been seen by somebody else, perhaps, in a connection that you either are in or have recently been in. Maybe you feel like this is the same pattern that keeps playing out, that people never see you or, honor you for who you are. But you always seem to, not really, I feel like you don't have a problem getting into relationships, but are these people invested? That's the big thing. And that can really throw us off our balance if we're connecting with those kind of people, Yeah, always causing confusion. Always, but the thing is I feel like you do know what's going on, but that this person is always confusing you, as far as sometimes, or maybe in the beginning even, they made you feel really good about yourself. They saw your value and worth, It's like you saw eye to eye. Now it's like you can't see anything clearly, It's like you don't see eye to eye with this person on anything, is what I'm feeling with this energy. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It's like they're always sabotaging the situation, or somebody around you is, Movements and choices and decisions in reverse. Always feeling like, you're just not sure. Like you always make the wrong choices in love, perhaps. Bad in love. Ooh, ooh. Can't keep me from trying. You know I'd be lying, saying you're the one. Yeah, right. That's it. So somebody was definitely, basically feeling like people are always playing them, like putting spells on them or some kind of energy like that, with the Six of Cups in reverse, Magician, and the Seven of Cups energy. It's like all the choices that you make, especially in love, it's like it never quite works out the right way. You know what I mean? Sorry for my singing, guys. Yeah, never works out the right way. Leaves you like, I don't even want to, like, it's making you jaded is the energy that I get, as far as towards love, or that feeling that you can have that in your life. Heartache and loss. We have an energy of the Chariot. This is definitely something we need to just like get. If you have a motorcycle, yeah, just like, I feel like, the wind in your hair, and just like, c'est la vie, let your cares go. Page of Cups, or sorry, Page of Wands in reverse. It's like, just stop going down that road, you know what I mean? Take another path, go down, take a road trip is what I'm hearing, or just take a day trip and go and see something good, This is what you need to get away from, is people that aren't giving their fair share. These are the type of people you need to be working with, right? But if all you're finding is that You know, it always ends up in these situations where things end up, and that's the truth. You know, it's like we have to evaluate people better before we're ready to, you know, jump on and get going, put all our eggs in one basket type situation. You know, we really do have to make sure we get to know people first, is what I'm hearing. The waiting game in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. Let me see what else comes out. Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah. As soon as you know, allow this energy to not affect you any longer, where, you know, you're not entertaining, if you will, people and, you know, just self-sabotaging type of thoughts and things of that nature, thinking about, you know, maybe even things people have said to you in the past who were not committed to you. And this is you needing to be committed to a better way of speaking to yourself, right? As soon as you know and you get clear in your mind about which path you want to go, right? Because this is all about what's keeping you stuck, right? I think you know exactly what that is, because the waiting game in reverse is showing me that you know that you know, realize that what's keeping you stuck is by not making a choice, not being committed, and self-sabotaging, or allowing others to do that potentially. Absolutely, with that Wheel of Fortune energy. Material harvest in reverse. It's time to renew and heal from all of this and allow ourselves to have a new way of thinking. I'm going to let it stop spinning so I can see which way it comes out. King of Cups in reverse. So definitely, you know, we want to avoid any kind of energies where we feel like our heart isn't in it, you know? And our heart is not going to be in something that we can't see, you know, coming to fruition. And so this is really talking about when we get our heart back in the right place, you know, when we stop fighting so much against what it is that we know is keeping us more or less from being able to rise out or rise up in the morning, even if you think about it from out of bed. You know, when you're in those depressed states, when you've had to deal with so much confusion and trying to figure things out, wondering why things haven't worked out in your life, it can be very confusing. And you're ready to put an end to that for sure. All right? But this means that we don't deal with people that are confusing. We don't deal with people that don't give of themselves, right? Because when we're not dealing with people that nurture the relationship, and when we're not nurturing our own relationship, it's not going to allow us to reach the heights that we want to reach. You know, the lotus will never rise out of the water, right? And this is time for us to rise, to figure out what it is that we need to know, get that higher learning that we need, you know, research, find out what it is that you need to know that's going to help you to have success in your own individual lives. Who, you know, so you can feel good instead of having to, you know, pull yourself back and hide from the world because you feel like perhaps that you're never going to be able, like your picker's off and it's never going to be right. You know, you're never going to really know the right direction for your life. And some people can get so much in that paralysis state that they never even really try, you know. So what's going on as advice for moving forward for this energy for this week? We really, really got to work on getting calm with all of this so that we can start to really tap into our power. We got a moon energy coming out today. Draw down the moon. Interesting with the moon card coming out in reverse. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. Wow, look at this. That's a very cool energy. So draw down the moon. You're definitely tapping into what it is that you need to know. I feel like you're going to see clearly what it is that is important for you to see to be able to make whatever decision you need to make moving forward. It really does feel like a round of love because that was at the center of it all. But at the same time, that Two of Cups can just be, you know, taking the blindfold off within yourself and really just seeing your life and how all of these things have played out with your different relationships with yourself, and in turn, you know, what's held you back, because nothing is holding you back, and you know that. It's just a matter of being committed to the right way of thinking, and, you know, from there, making the right choices for yourself. We have the sacred lotus coming out. So again, with the blue lotus coming out, very, very powerful message for everyone today, that we need to get back to that calm place, lotus position, praying, meditating, again, working with essential oils, and figuring out what helps us to get back to that place so that we can get the answers that we need and we don't have to have this blindfold on. All right? That is where we'll be able to really be seen for who we are. We'll be able to recognize ourselves. We'll be able to recognize that in others. And it'll keep us from feeling like we're so blindfolded when it comes to making these types of choices. The sacred lotus says, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see how the lotus in your spirits, I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Do you see it? There, the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Your spirit is that lotus that is asking you to rise now and open your petals and allow yourself to live once again. Beautiful messages coming out here today. Do hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell notification. Let me know how you're enjoying these messages. Say, I am the lotus and I am rising in the comments below. What do we have for love? For love we have, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. How does your soul feel? Does it feel like the lotus? Does it feel calm and serene? Are those the type of people that we're connecting with? Those are some very powerful questions to think about today, for sure. All right. And then this energy of, if you could do anything, what would it be? Get into your lotus position and breathe. Calm yourself down and figure this out, okay? Because the answers dwell in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. So let us calm ourselves down so we can tap into the heart and we can allow the soul to help us to move forward in the ways that it most wants to. That's when we will be the happiest, all right? So hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon, and bye for now.